The Russian military has intensified its efforts to train soldiers for the combat and assault operations. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, around 300,000 soldiers have been prepared for the war against Ukraine in 2024. The US-based Institute for the Study of War reports.
A Russian mild blogger claimed that the Russian military is focusing on preparing soldiers to operate in fireteam-sized tactical assault units composed of 2 to 5 soldiers and is prioritizing training drone operators and electronic warfare system specialists, from a report by the Institute for the Study of War.
Intense soldier training might be linked to Putin's objectives of pushing Ukrainian forces out of the Kursk region. In an interview with Kurdo News, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that Russia plans not only to drive Ukrainian troops back, but also to advance into the Sumy region. Additionally, North Korean soldiers could potentially join Russia occupiers in fighting on Ukrainian territory.
We have worked extensively to provide concrete data about the number of North Korean soldiers, regular troops, officers and rank and file who have arrived in Russia to fight against Ukraine. The figure we have is approximately 12,000. Furthermore, we have information indicating that there are already casualties and injuries among the North Korean forces.
Zelensky also stressed that Putin is likely to use North Korean soldiers as cannon fodder to achieve his objectives, particularly in the contested Kursk region. According to Ukraine's Ministry of Defense, Russian losses in November reached a record height. A total of 45,720 Russian soldiers were killed or wounded over the month. Notably, in a single day during November, Russia suffered 2,030 casualties, the highest daily figure of Russian losses since the conflict began on November 24, 2022.
The fact is that important stories reported that Russia plans to send 40% of detainees to fight in the war. These are individuals held in pre-trial detention centers. Recruitment has been ongoing for over a year, starting in September of last year, when legal amendments were introduced to allow this. However, I believe they won't stop at 40%. They will take even more. We already know that police officers have been instructed to pressure all detainees to sign military contracts, using the threat of maximum prison sentences to coerce them, even targeting women in the process.
The BBC Russian service has identified the names of nearly 81,000 Russian invaders who have died in Ukraine. Analysts note that many Russian volunteers die within 2 to 4 weeks of being deployed. According to Ukraine's General Staff, total Russian losses since the invasion began amounted to 740,400,000 personnel. Recorded by Bastun Katerina, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.